Hi, I am going to talk about the variable rate applications used in agriculture. First off, did you ever believe that farmers would be allowing computers to make changes on the go to rates that they are applying of fertilizer? Did you ever think about the consequences that this might have on the environment? Or better yet, the results that can be achieved by more efficient fertilizer application, or even the decreased cost. For example, there are many different kinds of technology that allow farmers to variable rate apply fertilizer, chemical, and seed. There is something that we call grid sampling, which is soil sampling based on an acre basis. So you have there's many different types. There's a 5-acre grid, there's a 2.5-acre grid, there's even a 1-acre grid, depending on how fine-tuned you want to make your sample. There's also on-the-go sensing, which allows farmers to know the electrical conductivity of their soils, or the salt content, which can directly relate back to yield, knowing how much irrigation water they actually need to apply. Yield monitors allow farmers to make management zones based off of the yields and the differences there. And there's also something called green seekers. Now I have an example of a handheld green seeker, and this will allow you to visualize the full effect. So this is called a green seeker, and what it does is it measures the plant's content of nitrogen. So it allows the farmer or consultant to know how much more nitrogen is needed in order to grow a successful crop. Now this just uses a logarithmic readings, and basically it just translates into here's a nitrogen sufficient or here's a nitrogen deficient. And as it goes along, it just takes readings of the greenness of the crop. Now on sprayers, there could be multiples of these. You could have 2 on each boom or 3 on each boom even. It just, it again depends on the producer's want to be fine-tuned. Now, not only are we seeing cost benefits of this, but we are also seeing environmental benefits of this. We notice less accumulation of nutrients in waters, and by monitoring and managing zones, we can actually increase productivity. Now we're all aware of the ever-increasing world population, and land is one thing that's not increasing. So why don't we just increase yields? Gerhard Schiffer from the University of Bonn, Germany, states in his paper titled New Technologies and Their Impact on Agricultural Environment and Food Industry, information technology has the potential to support the agri-food sector in coping with the challenges, but also key enablers for some of the developments to take place. Basically, he's saying this technology is going to allow us to push these yields up to here. We are not going to need to increase the amount of land that we have, because we are basically increasing our efficiency by tools just like this. Just somebody that took the time to realize that, hey, you know, greenness is an indicator of nitrogen. Let's stop putting on a single rate of nitrogen where some plants don't need it and some do. Let's variable rate apply this, and let's let's get better use out of the nitrogen that we're putting down, and let's not throw as much away at the environment. So basically what I'm getting at is farmers and consultants are now in a day and age where they can use the technology and the data for their advantage. Not only is it better for the environment, but it's better for their pockets. They decrease fertilizer cost, decrease seed cost. They put the nutrients where they are needed. And there's also many sources of technology and data available. For example, grid sampling, green seeking. Again, this is just a nitrogen-based variable rate application. However, it can be used with multiple crops. For example, corn, wheat, whatever. But all in all, this is something that is going to help us push yields and make up for this ever-increasing world population.